All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is George B. He is the CEO of US Gold. And George, it's good to see you. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. Happy New Year to you, and let's hope 24 is good to us.
Yeah, absolutely. I know there's a lot of work ahead for the company in 2024, and we'll get to that in a couple of minutes. But first, that'd be a great opportunity to talk a little bit about the company itself. Give me some background on US Gold.
Well, look, I'm a relative newbie to
Yeah.
US Gold. I joined in September of 2020, and my participation was really as a result of looking at our CK Gold project, which was called Copper King. I rechristened it to CK Gold because 70% of our value comes from gold. But we'd really started off life as exploration, particularly focused in Nevada. And while we don't get any credit for that at the moment, we have got a spectacular property, the Keystone property in Nevada, other assets in Idaho. But the idea really was for me to look at the Copper King, and now CK Gold, and the idea was that, well, maybe we should monetize it for exploration. I said to the guys, you'd be crazy to sell it. This is a great little project, a cash cow, and something that can be built. So that is my involvement starting in September of 2020. And we are now on the cusp of getting it into production.
Yeah, so you've actually put out a feasibility study on CK Gold, which really talks about what you're talking about is the value that you're seeing within it.
Yeah, look, the first thing, I did a bit of a scoping study. It had a preliminary economic assessment done on it by a prior owner. We sort of picked that up. We published a pre-feasibility study in December of 2021. I was convinced, and still am, that we can fast track this into production. And so the numbers that we came up with on our pre-feasibility study showed 30-odd% internal rate of return, over $300 million of net present value. We went straight from that pre-feasibility study into a feasibility study. We've largely completed that, and we anticipate in the first half of this year that we will see a feasibility study and a permit in place so we can move ahead with the project.
Yeah. Is the idea, George, to be able to self-fund yourself through this particular project? Because you mentioned you have another project as well, in order to work this one in order to help feed the company?
Well, look, you've seen the state of the market.
Yeah.
Exploration dollars are tough to come by, and that's why we pivoted the company from exploration in Nevada, where we feel that we've got probably a unicorn there. I mean, we've got 20 square miles of really prospective ground on trend just down from Nevada Gold's Cortez complex, and we want to get after that. However, because of the tightness of the market, we pivoted towards development, and the CK Gold project, really, as we get it up and running, is going to spit off a really impressive amount of free cash flow, which could then move towards the exploration of our assets in Nevada.
All right. So let's talk about 2024. You mentioned obviously there's some work that you're doing as far as feasibility is concerned. Is that going to be the bulk of your time in 2024, is working on getting that to a point where now you start potentially getting into production, as you said?
Well, look, where we stand at the moment is that we're on state of Wyoming and private ground, so we don't have any federal government involvement. So we are just waiting now. We put our permit application in September of 2022, after 2 years of environmental studies. We received comments in April last year. We've been responding to those comments. We've got that back in the hands of the agencies. We see no reason why we won't have a permit in the first half of the year. And all we need to do on the feasibility study is essentially go out with our bid packages to put a pin in the capital cost of the project and finalize and finish up the economic analysis on the study. So that will happen just as soon as we got visibility on that permit approval. Again, we anticipate that in the first half of the year. And it's down to financing and moving forward. We would be hoping to break ground toward the latter part of the year.
Wow. It sounds like it's going to certainly be an exciting one, and we'll be there to follow the story as it continues to develop as well. So, George, good to see you. Thank you very much. And we'll talk again soon. Okay.
Lovely. Thank you very much for your time.
All right. There's George B., the CEO of US Gold.